Hello YouTube and welcome out to another Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering draft. Been a bit. I was playing it during my off time a bit while I had some friends visiting me and ranked up to Diamond. I've been posting those draft decks in the Discord. Had a really good 7-0 trophy deck that I was very, very happy with. Definitely one worth checking out. So I did hit Diamond, but as of today when I'm recording this, the season just reset. So now we are back down to gold, which is a bummer. That's fine. We'll rank right back up pretty quickly. And of course, if you're watching this and enjoying the drafts, we'd love to see you here in the chat, twitch.tv/ProJared every single Monday for Magic Monday. And of course, join the Discord and check out the Magic the Gathering channel there. It's also a good way to get updates for when I actually go live. And be sure to watch the other draft mods. So, let's see. What kind of sick rare can we open up and then force? Maybe Dion? I have yet to draft and play a Dion. That'd be pretty cool. But knowing me, I'm probably going to end up being like blue something. I have found blue in this set just to be pretty good. Probably the best color. Alright, here we go. Our opening rare is Excalibur 2, which is not very good. However, the Regalia is. I've actually been kind of impressed by this card. It's a 4-mana vehicle, and it's a 4/4 haste, and then when you attack with it, you just find a land from the top of your library and get put onto the battlefield. What makes this so good is that's a 4/4 for 4 that only has a crew cost of 1. And when it comes to vehicles, if it's crew 1, it's awesome. If it's crew 2, that's acceptable. If it's crew 3 or more, that gets rough. And what's great about this is that Regalia just kind of goes into any deck. So I am perfectly happy just first picking this, and that leaves me open to go into any other color. If not for Regalia, there's also a couple other good considerations. There's always Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt's always solid. And if not that, Choco Comet. Choco Comet would also really be up there. X-Red Red. At the minimum, you just make it into like a Flame Tongue Kavu. Yeah. Choco Comet is also one of the best red cards you can probably get. And then after those two, much less exciting picks. I guess Vane's Treachery, but I don't even love that. But yeah, Choco Comet or Thrum of the Vestige. Passing these does means that red's probably going to be picked up by the people to my left. Our next, we did get past a Ralban, Bowl of Alamigo. He's a 2/2 with ward equal to pay life equal to his power, and then whenever you attack, so you just get to attach an equipment to any attacking creature, which is fine. This is a pretty weak pack otherwise. Let me see if you go Ralban. The issue with that is it does kind of force you into like basically drafting red equipment of some kind, which, you know, you can force your way into that, but I don't know if I want to necessarily go down that route. I mean, it is pretty aggressive, which kind of works with the Regalia, but there's also just something like Battle Menu. I think that's just the most flexible and easiest card here. It's 1 in a white instant speed. Either you just get a 2/2 knight or you kill something. In an emergency, maybe you can save one of your creatures in combat, but for the most part, you usually use this to destroy a creature with power 4 or greater, and sometimes you get a 2/2 out of it, so I'll just pick up Battle Menu. Going into pick 3. Okay. This is a bit tougher. I don't think Snow is particularly good. Him only having 3 toughness makes him really, really vulnerable, so it doesn't even matter how big his power gets, because he just still gets blocked by anything with 3 power, and he dies. So even if he's a 7/3, that's not that exciting. There is a Tonberry, which is a very aggressive black card. It doesn't really go into any other black deck because he only has the Death Touch and First Strike on your turn, so he basically has to be attacking. I mean, I could just pick up like a Diamond Weapon and then maybe start building towards like maybe some sort of self-mill and just getting Diamond Weapon out. I mean, this is probably the best thing to pick up. There's also an Omega, which I like more than Diamond Weapon, but, you know, that is green and blue, and I'd rather just start it simple and just get, like, the mono green color. But not a whole lot of strong signals here. Ooh, okay, so going to pick 4, there's an Ambrosia White Heart, Side Quest Chocobo, another Choco Kick, another Omega. There's also the Imperial City of Arcades, which can work surprisingly well in the right kind of white deck, where you just want to wall up for a bit, you get a draw card off of it, and that stops a lot of early game aggression. I'm probably going to pick up Ambrosia. Just a 2/2 flash, lets you save something, pick up any other permanent. Not really seeing any good black or blue out of this, to be honest. But, yeah, I'm happy with Ambrosia. Pick 5. No white cards in here aside from Judge, Magister, Gabranth. I mean, other options would be like a Thief's Knife, Esperama, which is not awesome. Yeah, not particularly great. Maybe I'll just grab the Gabranth. Maybe we could end up in sort of a white-black sacrifice thing. I think he's the strongest card here because everything else is pretty narrow. Pick 6. Wow, that's... Okay, we're seeing a lot of side quests raise a Chocobo. And if you get multiple side quests raise a Chocobo, then like this thing becomes a very real threat. It like just makes all your landfall triggers like kind of insane. So maybe just grab that. It is like a 2-mana 2/2. You can always look at it like that. Pick 7. There's a Malboro, Bard's Bow. I don't love. I mean, everything here is pretty weak. We could kind of lean into like maybe going like green, white, go wide, using something like Orange Inspiration as a finisher. Though again, I'm not really seeing any white here, so maybe white's not the pick. It's not exciting, but I'm going to grab the Bard's Bow and just get deeper into green. Because it kind of looked like green was kind of open. Yeah, there's a Commune with Beavers. Aerith Rescue Mission can work with the white go wide plan, but I don't know if I want to quite commit to that. I don't love Cloudbound Moogle, and Retrieve the Esper is not really what we're going for, but Commune with Beavers can be fine. Just spend a green and find something that you need. And going to pick 9, here's our wheels. There's still a Paladin's Arm, there's still a Grand Pulse Ochu. Guess I'm happy with getting an Ochu. If I see any more Choco Kicks, it works really good with the Grand Pulse Ochu. Pick 10, yeah, there's just a lot of... We're seeing a lot of non-picks. I'll take an Airship Crash as a maybe. Not a lot of great stuff here. I'll take Windurst in case we do end up in being green-white. Then Windurst works quite well with that. And there's another Aerith Rescue Mission, Instant Ramen. Still leaning towards like the green-white go wide. If we could find like a Renoa and some fat Chocobos, be feeling good. Oh, I mean, we could just try to summon Knights of the Round. We could. After all, why shouldn't I? That is a win condition. If we want to do green, white, good wide, go wide, that would do it. So if we do that, we're not going to play Diamond Weapon. We do have stuff like the Regalia to get out extra lands to try to get our way up into it. But then we're also going to be really looking for like Gubu Gardeners, maybe like Reach the Horizon, Precious Wandering, and all that. But I kind of like the idea of trying to make Summon Knights of the Round work, which I've never cast this card. And I would like to. So we'll summon Knights of the Round because that sounds really, really funny. This is an absolute whiff of the pack. This is really, really bad. There's like basically nothing in here that we want. Like Coral is completely replaceable. There's another Commune with Beavers, but I've got one. I could take a Guado Salam in case we end up in like blue. But yeah, this is just such a weak pack. Like all the green and white cards here are so replaceable that I'll just speculate pick the Guado Salam just in case. Yep, pick 3. We get ourselves a Gubu Gardener, which is exactly what we want because we want to make sure that we can play Knights of the Round. It's got the Gabranth. The Gubu Gardener also crews up the Regalia quite nicely, so let's get that Gubu Gardener. Oh, summon Fenrir? Pick 4? That's absolutely what we want. That's another means of just getting another land out, ramping into summon Knights of the Round. That's beautiful. Fat Chocobos would also be nice. I don't think Delivery Moogle is going to help our deck in particularly a whole lot, but Fenrir, easy pick here. Fenrir's just one of the best green cards you can get, full stop. And kind of a lot of non-picks. We could do something like Poo-Poo UFO because it's kind of ramp. Because if you're grabbing extra lands, the Poo-Poo UFO does let you get those down, which can work. And it is a 0/4 flyer, so that can kind of like protect us in the early game until we get our knights down. Because this is indestructible too. Yeah, that's hilarious. We'll do that. Pick 6. From Father to Son is absolutely unplayable. Don't want to use that card at all. Fate of the Suncrist though. Get our first white interaction. Oh, actually, no, some white Aurasites would also be excellent for this deck. 2 white, just exile something, but then also types for white mana. Also, it means playing Summon Knights of the Round. But Fate of the Suncrist for interaction. There's Dwarven Castle Guard that is just completely filler in any deck. There's also a Precious Wanderings. Search your library for a town or a land or a town. You get a +1/+1 counter, so it's kind of a ramp card. There's also the Relentless X ATM that I could consider if I want to. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take the Relentless. This gives us another kind of top end thing to ramp towards, and it seems kind of clunky, but this thing can be a beater, especially since you can make it come back pretty easily. Pick 8. A lot more not really great stuff. I'll take Rabanoster in case we end up wanting to splash red for something. Likely not. It's like our splash colors are open. There's another Bard's Bow. There's a Vayne Salador, 1/3 Death Toucher, and there's also a Reach the Horizon. And I think this is actually a deck that wants Reach the Horizon. 3 and a green, you find 2 lands, put them out. Just another means of making sure we got the mana for Summon Knights of the Round. I mean, the Vayne Salador would also be quite good, but for my 2 drops, I'm looking more for Gubu Gardeners than just have a 1/3 Death Toucher. So even though we're going wide, we do still kind of want like a solid finisher on top of that. Everything here is not great. I can take a side quest card collection. Like we do have a green-white and a green-blue land. And side quest card collection can be used just to help filter through our hand and just becomes a 4/4 flying vehicle later. I'd splash for side quest. Gigantode, yep, sure, that's a dude. He can go in. Why not? Do I want an Ice Flan on top of that? I probably don't need any more Commune with Beavers, so I'll try the Ice Flan just in case. Alright, pick 3, pack 1. Okay. There is actually a Chocobo racetrack, and we do have a side quest to raise a Chocobo. And this can actually work fine. There's also Ring of the Lucii. That's another means of actually ramping into playing Summon Knights of the Round. But I kind of want to try the Chocobo racetrack. I have yet to actually play this card, and this with the Regalia actually kind of combos really nicely because the Regalia attacks, and then you just also get a 2/2 out of it. There's also a couple of on-color dual lands I'd be happy to see come back. Geisel Greens I'd also be happy with. There is also a Lunar Whale. I don't know if this is quite worth splashing for. I'd rather just kind of get something I know I want to play for sure. But we are still a little lacking in interaction. We don't really have Chocobo Kicks. Still want more Gubu Gardeners. I guess we'd have a battle menu. That's something. And a Suncrest. Yeah, it's okay. There's a Squall, who is a card. Whenever you attack alone, it gets double strike. This actually can be really funny with the Regalia. Not really quite in a position to splash for black necessarily, though I could. There's also Hugo Kupka. Whenever Hugo enters or attacks, another creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. I'm actually in a better position to splash Hugo. Another creature gets double strike and lifelink. You know what? Let's grab Hugo. I could see Hugo end up making the splash. Everything else here will probably wheel around. I'd be happy to see it. Some more solid options. Geisel Greens does go with side quest Raise a Chocobo, but without a lot of fat Chocobos, I'm less excited by it. We can use Vanille as a means of digging through the deck and getting something back. Yeah, happy with Vanille. Just as a little bit of recursion. Eject, you're not alone. Tifa's Limit Break. You don't want Tifa's Limit Break. If I had like a bunch of trample and stuff, that could. We'll grab You're Not Alone. Just as a simple combat trick. Balthier and Fran. Coral. Yeah, again, just a lot of more replaceable stuff. So we'll take Crossroads Village as some more fixing. Oh, there we go. We got Renoa. That's kind of exactly what we're hoping to see. Just another green-white go wide. Whenever Renoa... She comes with Angelo, which is adorable. And then whenever Renoa attacks, you give another creature control +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature control. And for making a lot of dudes, that could be Renoa. Yeah. As you grab Renoa. That's a pretty late Quistis. There's also a Princess Ash, which doesn't really do anything for this deck. I mean, most of the cards here don't really do much. I guess a Coral, just as a dude. Pick 8. Oh my god, we got the white Auracite. Pick 8. Oh, that's perfect. Interaction and ramp. Yes. Absolutely get in the deck. Absolutely. And then we've got basically 3 dual lands, and I'm happy with that. We'll take another Geisel Greens. Side quest raise a Chocobo. I guess with Chocobo Racetrack, like getting the side quest done is very possible. So I'll take my first Geisel Greens. Plus we got Ambrosia. Ambrosia is also a Chocobo. And not really interested in Galvis Final Act, so maybe just a Blitzball shot as a means of pushing damage through after we kind of get our setup. And it looks like these last few picks don't really matter. Looks like blue-red ended up open, which upsets me. Okay, so the deck has a plan. Some more Gubu Gardeners would have been nice, but that is okay here. So what don't I love? I really don't like the Coral. I think if I want to play the Hugo, get something that's double strike and lifelink, that is a beating. That's probably gonna be more impactful than the side quest card collection. Though I do usually like having a means of getting cards. So what looks the weakest here? Either Bard's Bow or Aerith Rescue Mission. Kind of leaning just going down the Aerith Rescue Mission just to curve down a little bit. Yeah. Alright, yeah. We'll go with this. I think we can make some things happen. Like, we got a good amount of ramp. We got Gubu Gardener, Poo-Poo kind of, but Fenrir, White Aura Sight, Reach the Horizon. And then if we can just get summon the Knights of the Round down, it's +2/+2 on each of your other creatures, and they become indestructible. Like, that is hilarious. Okay, this is a very different deck, one that we haven't really drafted before. I'll let chat wager if this will get 4 more wins, as we just to see if we end up with a positive record with this. And we are back in gold, so we gotta start that climb back up, and hopefully Knights of the Round is the way we get there. If nothing else, like, hopefully this will be a pretty fun deck to play. Looks like we got an opponent. Okay. Opponent goes first. You know, we got the side quest Raise a Chocobo with the Chocobo Racetrack. Don't have a second green, but probably find one, so we can play a Crossroads Village as our green source. At least get ourselves a 2/2. Opponent's on green-black with a Demon Wall. Okay. Ooh. We can raise a Chocobo, plus we got Ambrosia Whiteheart. And hilariously, we can actually use Ambrosia to return side quest Raise a Chocobo back to our hand, and then replay side quest Raise a Chocobo just to get an additional Chocobo on top of it. Ignis. Okay. Opponent is full Sultai. Nothing here really worth trying to blast with Fate of the Sun Crystal or anything. Would love to see a Fenrir. Battle menu. Battle's not bad. Since we got this side quest, I'm not interested in trading out my Chocobo. I'm actually going to pass. Leave up the battle menu, maybe, but I don't really foresee us going that route. Maybe use that to blast the Demon Wall if it gets activated. Yeah, I'm probably just going to splash Ambrosia here and replay side quest Raise a Chocobo. Lock Cole? Okay, so they are just really 3 colors. Alright, let's play Ambrosia. And return side quest Raise a Chocobo. that's fun. I like that. Ooh, there's a Poo-Poo UFO. Doesn't do a whole lot right now. The Demon Wall is 6 to activate. I mean, they're probably just going to be attacking in with Lock, who I won't really block. Yeah, let's get the Poo-Poo UFO down. Because even if they spend all the mana to activate the Demon Wall, I can take the hit and then battle menu it afterwards. Need one more green for this Chocobo racetrack. Yep, just a lock attack. They'll get to loot a card. Gain a little bit of life. We do have some amount of towns for Poo-Poo UFO, so sometimes we can just activate it for 3 and, you know, give it a little bit of power, start flying into the air. Oh, they have Fat Chocobo. Okay. Not a land. That is a bummer. So we can battle menu to kill Fat Chocobo. Or maybe just leave up Fate of the Suncrist. Could go Fate of the Suncrist and You're Not Alone to get something +4/+4. Which I don't really love. I mean, if they're playing... I mean, I fear them, like, windmill slamming down, like, a Sin or something like that. Yeah, I think we just hang out. There was a part of me that considered using the battle menu on my main phase to take out the Fat Chocobo so they wouldn't have trample this turn, but I don't think it's going to be that punishing. Yeah, let's just blast the Fat Chocobo with Fate of the Suncrist. I see no need to use You're Not Alone to just take out a token here. Ultima? Ultima's okay. So now we did get our land. But Ultima attacking can be problematic because if Ultima attacks and just frankly hits one of our forests and blanks one of our forests, then I really can't play stuff. I mean, that's not so bad. Maybe just get the racetrack down now. Because if it attacks, I can also just use You're Not Alone to trade with it that way right now. Yeah, I think we just gotta get the racetrack down. This is basically our game plan. Yeah, they'll get some attacks in. This will hurt. Probably going to go down to like 6 here. And they could also activate the Demon Wall. Which they did. So maybe that's going to be your battle menu target. Yep. Fine, it's like our only double green card. Let's see. If I don't block anything, I'm taking 11. That's quite the ask. Let's triple block. It does slow down our Chocobo plan, but you know, not drawing any lands just slows down all of our plans. If I had a land there that I could use Poo-Poo UFO to put down and make all my Chocobos get +1/+0, that'd be great. Okay, there we go. See, now we can start making some Chocobos. Do they have anything bigger than Ultima, though? I don't know. Let's not find out. Blitzball shot, You're Not Alone. Yeah, I'm still being pretty defensive here, but If I get like Search the Horizons, that'd be pretty strong. Could trade out Poo-Poo UFO and just take out Lock. Yeah, we'll do that. It won't feel great, but... They have a stop because they can activate Ignis. Oh, they have Ice Magic? Oh, Sephiroth's Intervention? You know what? If they're using Sephiroth's Intervention on my Poo-Poo UFO, fantastic. Opponent's at 28. This is where we start stabilizing. Okay. Yep. Landfall, make another bird. I'm gonna attack here. Yeah, start making something happen. But they can use Ignis and just start, I don't know, getting food. But we're at 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Oh, they just turn Ambrosia into a new recipe. It kind of makes me sad. Yeah. This lock has been too punishing. I have to defensively Blitzball shot, which doesn't feel great. But if the opponent doesn't find anything else, then all my Chocobos can start getting through Ignis. T-Rex or something else. Yep. Land up. That puts 4, 5. Red 8 lands. So how can we get out of this? White Auracite would be good. Well, can I interest you in one more land? Okay, well, if we draw Knights of the Round, we're looking pretty good. At least with Chocobo Racetrack, anything we draw is not a complete blank. Yeah. I mean, if they got anything here, we're just kind of dead. Like an Eject or Bane's Treachery or... Oh, or a Blitzball shot on Ignis. Yeah. One missed land drop set us back way too far. That's a bummer. Well, so be it. Don't think I was supposed to... Maybe I was supposed to trade out Lock earlier on, but... I don't know. Our hand at the time looked like it was going to play out too smoothly. And then just happened to stumble. That's okay. I mean... We saw the threat of the Chocobo Racetrack. There we go. Okay, Gubu Gardener, Fenrir, Chocobo Racetrack. Yes. Okay. Much better. Also, my lands are now half Final Fantasy lands and half Boomer lands. I will need to fix that. The Emperor Palamisi is good. So is a battle menu. We are going to get this cast. The Fenrir here, though. Let's get... You know, let's get the mountain. And then just commune with beavers. Ooh, yep. I mean, the opponent now knows about it, but... I hope this scares them. So now we can cast Chocobo Racetrack, play a land, get a Chocobo out of it. What are these lands? No idea. It is the Final Fantasy XIV version. Sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice Fenrir or Gubu Gardener? It's gonna have to be Fenrir. Gigantode. No, Gigantode's not what we want. Alright, let's get the racetrack down. Just before they can try to kill Gubu Gardener or something like that. Black Mage's Rod. Sure. Seem to be leaving up like a Syncopate mana or something similar. Relentless XATM is not it. Alright, no lands again. We're only one off from casting Relentless XATM. Yep. Blow that up, they gain for another 3. It's now just one more land. Okay. That's fine. Renoa is still a pretty big threat here. Gives us a chump blocker, gives us something that can maybe block Emperor Palamecia unless they have another big spell. If Emperor Palamecia does get just one more bigger, then we got a battle menu to blast it. Just goes Malaboro. It's actually an easy discard of the Relentless XATM because I can bring that back. Oh, hit the white aura site. Damn, kind of wanted that. Okay, there we go. Now we can land, make a Chocobo. Am I interested in attacking? I could attack with use battle menu to protect. See, so if I attack with Renoa, makes Angelo into a 6/6. Angelo's a 4. Renoa's a 4/4, so they could put Malboro onto Renoa. Might be better to save the battle menu just to hit the Emperor Palamecia, though. Although if the Emperor Palamecia gets bigger, they're not going to be able to attack with it. What do I like here? We'll chill. We'll chill. We are 2 mana off from going battle menu. Yep. Cornered by black mages. Okay, well, this sacrifice for Angelo. It is the smallest token here, which, you know, so be it. Don't know if they had a bigger play, because I feel like if they did, they would have gone for that to make Emperor larger. Battle menu also helps protect us from, like, Light of Judgment. Or Thundaga. Oh, they're touching a lot of cards right now. Vane's Treachery to give it -6/-6. Yep. And we'll just keep her alive. Really? I guess I do have to block. Yeah, let's get rid of that Malboro. Those black mages are looking a little scary now. There we go. Yep. Make a Chocobo. Make a Chocobo. Attack with Renoa. Four, 5, 6, 7. So one more land. Equip Black Mage's Rods. Do you have 2 spells you can cast? Nope. Oh, fantastic. Knights of the round! Ah, we cast it! Oh, we're doing the thing? That's a 12-11 Chocobo. So if they double block here, yeah, they'll just straight up die. They'll lose Emperor Palamecia. I guess their plan is just cast 2 spells. They could, like, Resentful Revelation, find another one. Or play a second Emperor Palamecia. And 1 more Black Mage's Rod. Oh, that brings me to 1. 1's not 0. That's so many dudes. Plus we got the Regalia. Regalia also hits us a land. And then we just kind of swing out with everyone. Oh my god. Gubu. Yep. Let's get Greenland out, and then all the triggers, and I don't see a way they survive this. My god. If nothing else, this feels pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna call this draft a success. Whatever the results are from here, look at this. I think we win. You know what? This is a moral victory, nothing else. That's so many tokens. My god, that is insane. Woo! Fantastic. All right. Yeah. Oh, this is such a good format. All right. Here we go. Man, so this deck did really want a fat Chocobo, because then they could just really pop off by making stuff trample through. We got tapped land into Gubu Gardener, 2 more lands. We can Regalia, Gigant. Yeah, this is a fantastic opening hand. I did do the thing. The thing felt so good. Kind of wish Angelo was still around, because making Angelo the biggest good boy in the world would have been that much sweeter, but, you know, that's okay. Yeah, alright, so our Bard's Bow is pretty filler in this deck. I don't know if I got anything better than that. Don't touch my Gubu. You're gonna put my Gubu to sleep? Wow. That is hateful. Alright, I mean, if I don't find 1 more land, it's not the best position in the world, but that's alright. It's like a coin flip to get one, right? Alright, sure. And once you know it, we didn't get a land. Which sucks because we have Hugo in hand. This does not destroy enchantments. Nope. Keycurrent Merchant. I don't find that particularly good. Nope, let's draw. Oh, come on, deck! 3 games in a row like this? Will this resolve? Ooh, it does resolve. Alright. Because I would love to attack with it and get a land. Okay, you know what? If they used a Sephiroth's intervention to take that out, wonderful. Summon Titan? Looks like they milled a bunch of good cards. So I think I'm just gonna blast Titan now. So they don't get the lands back. Yeah, Sephiroth just straight up keyed our car into an Ultimecia. That's fine. Ultimecia is a battle menu target. If I could actually hit 1 more land, will battle menu destroy Ultimecia and get the Gigantode down? Because then I can go play Hugo, make Gigantode into a lifelinking double striker, and then attack him with Gigantode. I mean, I guess we also have the Relentless X ATM, which could be good. Hitting me for 1 with the Keycurrent? Hateful. Okay, didn't get a land. Let's get the Gigantode down anyway. They're nowhere near being able to transform Ultimecia, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay, gotta land this time. It is a tapped land, but, you know. Still go for it. Play Hugo Kupka. I have my own Titan. Make Gigantoad into life-linking Double Striker. Just gonna sack that in response, draw 3 cards. Yep, makes sense. We'll put this down for white. Hugo's a reprint of Bruce Tarl, Boorish Herder, who I'm not super familiar with. Okay, so he can target himself to get double strike and lifelink. This is a surprising attack? They must have a follow-up they really like. I'm still at 18, so I'm just going to take the hit here. Oh, summon Leviathan? Well, that's not so bad. That gives me my Gubu Gardener back. And I'm at 7 mana, so I'm actually quite close to just being able to cast anything. You have Ward 4? Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to destroy you. Replay the Gubu. And now I've got mana to summon Knights of the Round next turn. They have 11 cards in their graveyard, so Ultimisia can transform, which might be scary. I don't know if that's as scary as Knights of the Round. Coliseum Behemoth, which is actually not good enough here. Hello. Okay. I now have many dudes. You're green, black, blue, so you don't really have a whole lot of ways of dealing with Knights of the Round. I guess you could, like, sleep magic it, but, like, I'm still going to be generating a billion tokens. And then I'm still going to get the payoff at the end. This is going to make so many tokens. Yeah. That's not a real answer. They can, like, Ultimisia Time Walk, which is not awesome. Many more dudes. Let me see here. Get something double strike and lifelink and partner. That's a 6/6. I think I want to, like... I would love to get the Relentless ATM down. And then play Hugo and let it just double strike lifelink a bunch of life back. This is a 6/6. Yeah, actually this is the most mana efficient play I can do here. Use up all my mana. Need some more tokens. So again, like, they could Ultimisia Time Walk. Maybe they thought Stuck in Summoner Sanctums would make its lore counters ability not work or something. They are down to 10 cards left in their deck. They had Omega. I guess that was our other kind of win condition, was using Omega. Like, I'm generating 3 2/2s a turn. And I still got 2 more turns of that? God, that's nuts. Okay, Ignis. Well, then casting that is great because that means they won't Ultimecia Time Walk. Oh, plus you're not alone? Oh, man. I would like to gain some life, please. If they just take it, I go for the win. Okay. Make it a 10-9 double strike? I can win that way too. Thanks. Whoa. Ooh, in fact, I would describe that as relentless. Okay. Looked dicey for a moment, but you know. I think actually going for the Ultimecia Time Walk would have been a better play there than just playing in Ignis and nothing else. Alright, 2-1. Even with still struggling on lands on some turns. Okay. I mean, our win condition's a wonderful win condition. It has worked out in such a way that we've been able to cast it pretty freely. I go first. I'm gonna keep it. We're not doing anything until turn 5, basically. Because even on turn 4, we're gonna reach the horizons, just get out more lands, but... we can get anything, which we didn't. Okay. I mean, so long as they don't, like, super threaten us. This is the one time we actually have lands. Into Aquina. To Vanille. Yeah, we're just gonna keep grabbing our lands. Let's grab a tapped land and an extra plains. White Mage's Staff. Well, this makes a frog. They're also going quite wide. Super aggressive. Just play a 6/6. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill that now before they can do any shenanigans. That way, if this dies, I can cast Vanille, grab Gigantode, replay it. Lionheart, just blast me in the face for 2. And then nothing else. Okay, cool. Do I even want to keep playing my lands? I actually might want to hold lands in my hand. In case I just get the Chocobo Racetrack. Yep. I think I'm going to hold on to them. Although I guess maybe I do want at least one more down so I can activate Relentless ATM. Grahatia. Ooh, they want to draw a card. You know what? That's fine. You can have your card. I'll allow it. You're welcome. I am nothing if not benevolent. So if I cast Vanille, it's basically naked Vanille. Nah, I just gotta keep filling the board here. Hope I can hit something like... I just gotta land out of it. Okay. attacking with the Relentless here because it does have to be triple blocked. Jumbo Cactuar. Okay, let's commune with beavers. Ooh, find Hugo Kupka? That's pretty big here. Now the question is, do they have the trample? They're keeping the Cactuar. This is not going to go well from them. It's actually really bad double block because I can order their damage where it actually hits Grahatia first and then finishes the other so they don't draw any cards off of it. Please don't have the trample. They have a stop. Oh, don't have the trample. They got the trample. Alright, if you got it, you got it. Did I use my Fate of the Sun Crest? What did I use that on? Quina? Yeah, so be it. We had a lot of lands. Hey, remember when I had a white Auracite in the deck? Jumbo Cactuar is a bad card. It is incredibly bad. It has a win rate of like 45%. That's abysmal. We go first. Chocobo Racetrack, Poopa UFO, and Fenrir. Alright, so let's use this for white. Oh, I keep forgetting to change my lands. Yep, Will Poo-Poo. Ride the Shoe Puff. Yep, and we will Fenrir. We'll get a red since we have the Hugo in hand. We got at least a shot at drawing another green source for Chocobo Racetrack. Although right now, next turn, Fenrir lets us make Hugo into a 4/4, which is excellent. Yeah, and because of that, I think it's actually more important to get Hugo down. This helps make sure that we will be the one drawing a card, and we get in for 6 and gain 6. That seems good to me. Oh, they are just spinning their wheels. This is not going to go well for them. It didn't, in fact. Looks like the opponent kind of kept a do-nothing hand. Okay, 3 and 2. Yeah. Okay, let's try to keep this deck going. We've gotten to cast Knights of the Round multiple times, so I am very happy. I go first. You know what? We'll keep it. We've got ramp, interaction, and at least some creature. Okay, and now we just got a 2-drop. Great. Great. Fantastic. That looks super good. Do they have anything worthwhile? No. Okay. So we can drop a land, make that a 3/2, get in for 3, and pass. Decked out in the chat. Hello, Decked Out. Squad, good to see ya. Which again, chat, if you haven't already, go watch me play Final Fantasy Commander with the Decked Out crew. It goes for you too, YouTubers. Oh, into the Regalia? That's so good. So now they actually don't have a block, and I'm guaranteeing another land draw here. That's fantastic. Works hilariously with the Chocobo. So I can keep focusing, just attacking with the Regalia. No issues with the next one? You're sure? You're sure? Maybe because the biggest issue could just be that I'm in it. They're attacking. Okay. Is your follow-up that good? That seems surprising. Is this like a Thundaga? Let's assume it's a Thundaga. Right? It could just be like Ice Magic or an Eject or something similar. If it's Thundaga, we can use You're Not Alone to actually protect it and just blank 4 of their mana for 1. So they want to be able to blast this before it actually gets the attack off if they want to deal with it. And if they do hit it, we can just follow up with a Gigantode and still have like a big creature for them to deal with. That Clerk's cartoon reference? Who's driving? Oh my god, Bird is driving! How can this be? It is an Ice Magic. You know what? I think I'm fine with that on top. Because now I'm basically saying, hey, next turn I'm going to attack you with 2 4/4s. But if you don't stop the car, this is going to be a 6/6. And Toonses but Bird? Wow. Now we're really pulling deep. Toonses the driving cat. Checked out. Thanks for the Twitch Prime resub. Much love to you guys. Oh, this is good. So now we can actually play Regalia. Crew up Regalia. Attack with both. Giganto's going to become a 7 set or 6/6, and if they block the Regalia, You're Not Alone and blow them out. Opponent's down to 7 and has to be super defensive, and I got 2 removal spells in hand. Surprised a 28 or 29-year-old knows Toonses. Yeah, you know, I watch Nick at Night oldies. Gubu, get in the car. I mean, yeah. I guess they could have like a Syncopate. But if they do that, I still 3 for 2 them. Or, okay. There we go. There we go. There's a positive record. So all the ones in the chat earn some GP. Or Gil. I haven't decided if I want to call that currency Gil or GP yet. If we really want to lean into Final Fantasy, we can call it Gil. No, Regalia is a great vehicle. Very happy to first pick that one. We're not calling it Gil Pieces. We go first. This is just a perfectly cromulent hand. Get that Ochu down. This is a fun deck. Like, we have multiple things to kind of ramp out into. And then we just got the Chocobo Racetrack. Alright, Zach. Do you want to block? Probably not. So we will put this down as a second green. So now we can use Chocobo Racetrack, and we actually got a pretty nice curve out here. A Hectize. Just discard Gigantode. Yep. Play a tap land. I guess I'll stay back to blocks. I really don't want to trade out my Ochu for Hectize. I want to at least pretend to threaten Zach. I mean, we can use Vanille to get Gigantode back. Galacat? Sure. There's the Knights of the Round. Okay. Maybe Vanille will find us something better. Ooh, you know? Might just want that land. Now that we got the win condition in hand. Call it little money. Dude, they better keep that meme for the Final Fantasy remake. Tactics remake. White Aura Sight hitting Vanille. Sure, I mean, we're like going to be taking 2 damage here. So again, fine. You have to be careful because the White Aura Sight is 1 mana, so they can activate Zac. Actually, I'm just going to get the racetrack down because I need to get that train going. And again, like, I'm not really under much threat. They could get another artifact and then maybe get like 4 damage in the air, but you know, I guess. But getting Gubu Gardener down stops Hectize, and then lands also gets me 2/2s to stop Hectize. Ninja's Blades. Okay, now the cat's a 3/3. That could be trouble. It's 2 mana to re-equip it. Yeah, that's obnoxious. Don't think Ochu's going to get much better here. Let's do the trade out. Now, I'd love to get a interactive spell while Zac does not have mana. He threw a Dire-Rat at me? Okay, this puts me at 7 mana. So we can cast Knights of the Round next turn, but we might just die to this Galacat. Well, more specifically, we might just die to the Ninja's Blades. We only got a couple of interactive spells, and we kind of need any one of them right now. Just throw White Mage Death at me. Ambrosia. No, we are sadly pretty dead here. But look what I can do. Maybe I shouldn't have ditched the Gigantode. No, it wouldn't have mattered. They had Galacat. Alright, that's okay. You know what? We got the cast summon Knights of the Round multiple times, and it won us some games. Which was great. I like the deck. Some things I kind of wish went a little better. Maybe I should have leaned into green a little bit earlier on and grabbed some of those extra side quest Razor Chocobos, because that can be a very, very legitimate win condition. Would have loved to see more of the Gubu Gardeners wheel around. The replaceable cards in the deck are like Barge's-Bow and Gigantode, just aren't particularly exciting. Chocobo Racetrack, you know, that actually can work, especially since I'm ramping up into it. I feel less bad. And then Regalia, just draft it. You know, put that in any deck you're getting. Like, if you get this down and you start swinging in, you're grabbing lands off of it, that's fantastic. And again, Relentless XATM, like, this can be a perfectly cromulent top-end card. Like, it has to be triple block. That's not nothing. Yeah, maybe there's a world where we just take out, like, the Barge's-Bow and instead run, like, an airship crash just in case they had a flyer. Or maybe we still played Diamond Weapon since we were doing so much ramp. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't think like that was the case, but yeah, we did have a couple of clunkers in the deck for sure. But overall, this was really fun, and we got to pop off with a nice little realm, and that felt really good. All right, YouTube, thanks for watching this draft VOD. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.